Champions of Europe, we might just sing that. Arsenal are through to the Champions League final. Is anyone waking up today and is still like in this la land and they can't believe it? Because I'm still here like, we're actually through to a Champions League final. The second time in 20 years. Unbelievable. I still can't believe it. I still can't. And there's not even much to talk about in the game apart from the fact that we're through to the final. But we'll try and do it. We'll get through it, you know? We'll talk about some things. But firstly, please like, share and subscribe. We are on the road to 100 subscribers. So please, if you can, like, share, subscribe. I'll be really, really grateful if you could do that. On the actual performance last night, it was 1-0 to the Arsenal, and I feel like there wasn't any player on that pitch that played badly. And that's how you know. That's just how you know it was meant to be. You know, they fought for it. Everyone just fought like warriors on that pitch. Our defence can win us this Champions League. Now, I'm not even going to speak about the actual final because we know what lies ahead. We don't know who, but we know of the two, both of them are going to be difficult. But that defence is a world-class defence. Like, honestly, that is just a world-class defence. They can win us this Champions League. But on last night, I feel like the performance, again, like I said in my last match reaction to the semi-final first leg, such a mature, professional performance. Like, as a fan, I'm watching it, and obviously I'm very emotional about the game, so I'm like, oh no, like, we need to score another goal, we're still 1-0, blah, blah, blah. But after watching neutrals and rivals' reactions to the game, and just how much they were saying Atletico didn't lay a glove on Arsenal, and it looked like Arsenal were just in second gear, that's when I was like, right, okay, I watched like the highlights again and saw from a different perspective because I know what happened, so I can just be observant of the match highlights. So they really didn't do much. There was a few chances. Griezmann had that chance. Outside of that, Alvarez, did he even do anything? Not really. I feel like Saliba and Gabriel just mopped him up, and then he got taken off. From when I saw Griezmann and Julian Alvarez get taken off, I was like, right, yeah, because their replacements are not great. Let's be real. Let's just be real. There could literally be about 5 man of the matches last night. Literally, I think they gave it to. Did they give it to Declan Rice? I feel like they gave it to Declan Rice. Please let me know in the comments if that's incorrect. I was too excited to even think about man of the match and all that last night. I was too gassed. Let me know. I think it was Declan Rice that got man of the match though. Perfect shout. No problem with that at all. And I feel like, as we've been saying, especially on this channel and other Arsenal fans, when you put Deckers in the 6, he's an absolute mastermind. Honestly, that is his best position. And I'm so happy that we're getting to see him in his best position now at this crucial stage of the season. It's taken a long time, but we're not going to dwell on that. We're in a positive moment right now as Arsenal fans, so I'm going to just stick to the positives. And Declan Rice in that 6 is an absolute machine. He is the engine of that Arsenal team, honestly. And just adding in Miles Lewis-Skelly next to him as well, it's a genius touch. I mean, we've been talking about that on this channel for a long, long time as well, about putting Lewis-Skelly in that midfield next to Declan Rice. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. The game that Lewis-Skelly had as well. I mean, I don't think he would get man of the match shouts because he came off quite early, but he definitely would be in for a shout as well because his performance was amazing. Big Gabby. Oh my gosh. Big Gabby. Big Gabby played like he was trying to pay some rent. Like, his bills depended on this performance. That's what he was playing like. Honestly, that shout for who was it? Was it Serloff, I think? And people are like, oh, it's a penalty, it's a penalty. Not for me. It's just a brilliant bit of defending from Big Gabby. Saliba was great. He had that one mistake, which is what led to that penalty shout. And Big Gabby just wiped it up. He was like, look, it's fine. I got this. It was like he did a foul before the foul, which would have been a penalty, if that makes sense. Amazing. Like, Big Gabby are definitely in for man of the match as well. As well as David Raya, even though he didn't have much to do. And I feel like the first maybe like 20 minutes or so, he was a bit frantic, and I was like, no, please don't start doing this. Please, like, you've had some really good games recently. Please don't go back to this. And then after that, he calmed everyone down, collected the crosses and distributed, and just went long, kicked long, and that's what we wanted. So David Raya as well has been absolutely amazing. A special shout out to Ben White, because as you know, we are Team Timber on this channel, but I do like Ben White, and yesterday he ran it back for us. He ran back that vintage Ben White, the Ben White that we all know and fell in love with, because Lookman didn't do anything. And that's a battle that before the game, I think a lot of us were nervous about. But Lookman ended up getting dragged because he was not doing anything. He was not getting past Ben White. And Ben White going forward as well was great. The little 1-2s with Saka, with Eze, it was great. So Ben White, a special shout out to Ben White. I think he did amazing. We then move into Starboy territory, and it was only right that Bukayo Saka drove us to that Champions League final. It's only right. He has been here from the beginning with Mikel Arteta, and it's a beautiful, poetic end. Hopefully not the end, but an end to get into the Champions League final, that he drove us there. If he ends up winning it for us, uncomfortable conversations are going to be had. Uncomfortable conversations with rival fans, not with Arsenal fans, with rival fans are going to be had about Bukayo Saka, because he was only fit to play about an hour. He came off after an hour. That was all we needed from him. He'd done the job for us. Everyone else was like, thank you, Bukayo. We've got it from here. We ain't letting anything in. We ain't letting anything in the back of that net. So, special player, Bukayo Saka. I'm so glad that he is getting managed now and is not being overplayed, because that we know that is what has led to his injuries and all this stuff going on with him. So it's just such a boost for us to have him in these little bursts, these little cameos, I'd say. In these little cameos, it's so nice to have in these little cameos, because that's all we really need from him, is a good cameo, and then take him off, bring on Noni to just run at defenders and just keep him busy. Great. So big up Bukayo Saka. I also want to shout out Victor Gyökeres, because what a performance from him. Now, he might not think it, because as a striker, strikers want to score, and he didn't score. But the work rate, the shift he put in, the hold-up play, you can tell and you know that Victor Gyökeres had a good game, because Mikel Arteta didn't bring on Kai Havertz. That is how you know that he had a good game, and he was our outlet. He was keeping the defenders busy. He was one that was getting us up the pitch when Atletico Madrid were starting to put on a bit of pressure. Like, he was the key to that. A great performance from him. I feel like Victor Gyökeres has arrived, people. He's arrived, and better late than never. Better late than never. I'm so glad that he's arrived now, when there's still things that we can be playing for, and right now we are still playing for the two biggest trophies. So big up to Victor Gyökeres. Long may it continue. It's an absolute pleasure. Absolute pleasure. Honourable mention to Trossard. I think Trossard in the last two games has been like vintage Trossard as well. Like, where has he been since December? I don't know, but happy that he's here now, because we need him. And yeah, do you know what? It was just a all-round brilliant, mature, professional performance from the team, and we now find ourselves in the Champions League final. I cannot believe that I'm actually saying those words. It is wild. It is wild, but we're all happy. Enjoy this, Arsenal fans. This is a message to the Arsenal fans. Enjoy this moment. You're seeing rival fans now tracking back saying, oh, well, they should have got to the final because of the draw that they had. They had the easy side of the draw. It was only expected that they get to the final. It's not really an achievement, blah, blah, blah. Ignore all that. Ignore all that. That is a sign of haters. They're just hating. Do you know how many honest rival fans I've seen say that they're just jealous that it's not their team in the Champions League final? That is all it is. It's just jealousy and hate. Enjoy this moment. Enjoy it because we don't know what's going to happen. So just enjoy this moment. Right now, we can dream of winning the double. Because right now, that is both true and false at the same time. My philosophy people know where I'm at with that. But enjoy it right now. Enjoy it. Don't let the rivals try and bring down this achievement. This is only the second time in our history that we've reached a Champions League final. Enjoy it. This is a massive, massive achievement. And that then brings me on to the manager. This man that I've put on the screen right now. Mikel Arteta. Wow. I don't know what's happened in the last maybe couple of weeks or so, but there is a change that has happened with Mikel. He has decided to take more risks. So I'm going to give him credit for the lineup that he went with, keeping the exact same lineup as what he played against Fulham, which was a risk in itself. But of course, Fulham are a lesser team than Atletico Madrid. So it was an even bigger risk playing that same side against Atletico Madrid in a game where we needed to win. Big up to him for taking that risk because we've seen the best of Miles Lewis-Skelly. And I mean, he went to the Bernabeu and put in man of the match performances as well. So it's like these big games do not faze him. Big up to him for taking that risk. Also, big props to him for taking off Bukayo Saka. Managing Bukayo Saka and understanding that we've still got bigger games to come. I wasn't mad that he came off after an hour. I understand that he's not ready yet. He's not fully fit yet to play the 90 minutes. But even so, even if he was, I would be taking him off at about an hour anyway. Because we need to preserve him for the games to come. There are 4 games left. 4 games left to preserve him. And he did. And even his subs were perfect timing because I was getting a bit annoyed with Calafiori. I didn't even mention Calafiori. He was okay today, but in that second half, he was starting to look a bit shaky. He was starting to put in like rash challenges, and I was like, no, it's time for Nketiah now. And perfect timing. Mikel got the sub spot on. Nketiah comes on, just settles that defence, makes us even more solid. And what a player Nketiah is, by the way. I'm so glad that we're going to be signing him permanently. Great player. Absolutely love him. You guys know I'm team Nketiah as well on this channel. So, yeah, great subs from him. Even bringing on Martinelli. I think Martinelli did well as well when he came on. Just like with Noni, just kept the defenders busy. Just run at them. Run at them, try and create something. Just keep them up their side of the pitch. And he did that. So, it's not much more to ask for. So, yeah, all in all, brilliant from Mikel Arteta. I feel like he is learning. And that is the key here. He has got us to a Champions League final, which only Arsene Wenger has done, who's arguably our greatest ever manager at Arsenal. So, big him up, credit to him. Long may it continue. I hope he continues to take certain risks as well, because without risk there is no reward. So, big up to him. Now, just finally, I would like to know, Arsenal fans, who would you prefer to play in the Champions League final? Because I think I know what a lot of answers are going to be. And me personally, I feel the same as the majority in saying I would rather play Bayern Munich because I feel like they're not as organised. Don't get me wrong, that front four, should I say, including Musiala, is not a joke. That front four is not a joke. However, I don't rate their midfield or their defence that much, and I feel like they're just not as organised as PSG. Also, Vincent Kompany, he's still a new manager. We know how he's going to play. We know he's not going to adapt. So you kind of, what you see is what you get with Bayern Munich. Whereas with PSG, no, thank you, sir. No, thank you. Because Luis Enrique's been there, done it. Great manager. I rate Luis Enrique so highly. Honestly, so highly. He has that team organised to the point where they could be in back-to-back Champions League finals. I do not want that. Do not want that at all. And we've seen that they can adapt to how they play as well. They can either go attacking, they can be defensive. They're just the whole package. And I don't want that. But we shall see. We shall see tonight who we end up playing. But let me know your thoughts down below. I am channeling that we win cups. That's why I've got this. No bottles anymore, people. We are manifesting cups now. Trophies, cups. The bottle's gone. The bottle's over. It was fun. The rivals had fun for a while. They were loving it. That Man City fan with the Arsenal bottle was absolutely loving it. It's finished now. Cups is what we talking. Okay? Hopefully. Hopefully cups will be what we talking by the end of this season. So yeah, I'm manifesting that. But yes, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe to the channel on the road to 100 subscribers. Let's get there. And I will catch you guys in the next video soon. Peace.